Welcome to Mexican Snacks from the Inside Perspective. On today's episode, we have three brands. The first one, Big Mix. Second one, Ruffles. Third one, Sabritas. Big Mix is a brand that I haven't seen anywhere else, honestly. They may be in other parts, but I just haven't found it. We have a variety of flavors there, but today we just have two. Big Mix is literally a mix of chips, snacks, or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes the chips that are included in that mix are actually sold separately, and sometimes they are not. The first flavor is cheese. Here we have four different chips. There are Takis cheese flavor, cheese popcorn, Monster Burgers, and Arelos cheese. So first, cheese Takis. It literally tastes like a tortilla chip with some cheese dust. It's not anything special. Honestly, in this bag, these ones are the ones that I like the least. But I can get through them to get to the rest. Cheese popcorn. These are not Cheeto brand. These are Pop brand. These have a hint of spiciness, the popcorn flavor, and they are tangy. These are more spicy, but they're still not like the spiciest things that we have. They have a hint of tanginess, and they are not sweet at all. So have that in mind. Arelos cheese. Okay. These ones are my favorite. These are tangy, salty, and a little spicy. Emphasis on a little. Just imagine like a Funyun, like a literally onion flavored chip with a powder that is basically cheese, like cheddar cheese, the saltiness of that with a lot of tanginess and a little bit of spice. Monster Runner. These I have never seen on their own, but I actually like them. It just tastes like cheese with spice, but like a hint of spice. Maybe a hint of tanginess because of the mix being together. Now, we have Ruffles. In English, I have seen that people call them Ruffles. To me, that sounds wrong, but that's basically because I didn't grow up speaking English. I grew up speaking Spanish. And to me, they were always Ruffles. So first flavor, Ruffles queso, or cheese Ruffles. Okay. No. Basically, it tastes the saltiness of cheese, like cheddar cheese, with the taste of the potato, but with a little, like, really tiny hint of tanginess, like from vinegar, but it's like almost inexistent. But it's a classic. So, second flavor of Ruffles, jalapeno. Honestly, jalapeno chips are like my favorite thing. It's like stuff that I grew up eating. My grandma used to buy me bags of jalapeno Sabritas or jalapeno chips, anything. So I really like this. Something that is going to be very prevalent in this video is that a lot of these chips have a tanginess that I would describe this as like vinegary tanginess, not necessarily like a lime tanginess, okay? This has that, but also has like a really big jalapeno flavor. Because of the shape of the chip, you can have a lot more coverage of the taste. And to me, it's like a lot salty and tangy that has a hint of sweetness, but that might just be my delulu mind. But they are really good. I have tried jalapeno chips that are not as a great of a balance that this has. These have the jalapeno flavor, the tanginess that I want, the saltiness, and in my delulu mind, a hint of sweetness. Third flavor, salsa roja. This basically translates to red sauce. Don't knock it till you try it. I know it doesn't look like the most appealing chip, but it's actually really good. In the spiciness scale, I would say they are not as spicy as the jalapeno ones. I would say they're a lot more tangy. Honestly, we have a sauce here that is called salsa casera. And the spiciness really reminds me of that with the tanginess of a lemon or a lime or whatever you want to call them. Sorry. Here, to me, a lemon is a lime. Lime is a whole different thing here. I think that is more prevalent of like a tanginess than a spiciness. The spice just adds flavor, not necessarily just spiciness. And it's tangy and it's good. last Ruffles flavor, salsas negras. Let me explain. This literally translates to black sauces. In Mexico, we do something. You could say it's a practice, you could say we're dumb, I don't care, it's good. We mix like 3 sauces that are black, so that's the term black sauce. Those are soy sauce because we want the umami and savoriness, Maggi seasoning, that is basically like the saltiness, and Worcester sauce, that is the tanginess, sweetness, and kind of also umami. Well, we make that into a chip. This is it. It tastes like Worcester sauce, like the tanginess, a lot more salty, like when you add soy sauce, and the umami is there. It's just what it tastes like. Honestly, these are the most mild salsa negra chips that I have ever tried. I have tried other ones that are more tangy. This one, to me, is kind of dull in the salsa negra scale. This doesn't mean that these are not tangy, not umami, or not salty. They are. It's just that I have tried ones that have the flavor more potent. But if you want to start trying that flavor, I would say start with this. Now, Sabritas. These are crema y especias, cream and spices. Okay. To me, this tastes like really similar to ranch. It's like the closest things we have here to ranch chips. It's not ranch, so please don't come after me. It's tangy like sour cream and with a lot of spices that if we think about it, it's kind of ranch. I'm not saying that it's the same because we don't use buttermilk. The sour cream-like flavor gives the tanginess and the herbs gives kind of like the herby, earthy flavor of ranch. So that's why I say it tastes similar. Okay, so the love continues. Jalapeno. This brand is actually the jalapeno chips I grew up eating. Oh. I'm feeling repetitive, but it literally tastes kind of like when you're eating like pickled jalapenos, you could say. Here we call it jalapenos en escabeche. And it tastes like that. It tastes like the jalapeno with the tanginess of vinegar. But it's a lot lighter of a chip than the Ruffles. Last one, adobadas. These ones are also a childhood favorite. The difference between this and the salsa roja Ruffles is the red color is a lot darker. Okay. You have a lot forwardness on the potato flavor. It's kind of like tomatoey. It's really mild. It has a bit of tanginess, not from a lemon, more from like vinegar, but it's not a lot, honestly. It's a really good mild chip. You have chilies apparently because of the back, and you have kind of like the tomato because you do have that depthness. Because the chili adds flavor, it doesn't add spiciness. The translation will literally be adobo. It's kind of like spices with tomato and a hint of chili for flavor. It has also a hint of smokiness, but it's really dull. It's not that big there. It's pretty much like a salty chip. These were the snacks that we have tried for this episode. So hope you find it entertaining, interesting, somewhat of an informative. We could get to hang out a little bit. And I see you on the next episode where we would try Japanese peanuts and miscellaneous chips. Bye-bye!